Welcome to Couch Detectives, formerly 8MC Interrogations. We upload weekly true crime videos, so we hope you will come back for the next one. I would like to thank all of our members. With your support, we're able to continue bringing new content to the platform. As you may or may not know, YouTube hates content for adults. Okay, enough rambling. Let's get into it. April 25th, 2009, Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. 17-year-old Brittanee Drexel and some friends take a trip from Rochester, New York, about 800 miles south to Myrtle Beach for spring break. Although Brittany's mother did not approve of the trip, the teen went anyway. Her and her friends were staying at the Bar Harbor Hotel in Myrtle Beach, right near the ocean. Around 8 p.m. that evening, Brittanee left the Bar Harbor Hotel and ventured out to the Blue Water Resort to visit another friend from Rochester who was in town for spring break, 20-year-old Peter Rosowitz. At 8:15 p.m., Brittany's friend texted her wanting the pair of black shorts she had borrowed to be returned. And here she is seen entering the Blue Water Resort at about 8:33 p.m. She was there for about 15 minutes, and here you can see her leaving at about 8:48 p.m. At 8:51, Brittanee begins texting with her boyfriend John, who could not come on the trip because he had to work. And based on these texts, it seems that she was not happy having to walk all the way back to the Bar Harbor Hotel, which was about 1.4 miles away. The night went on, and John tried to get in touch with Brittanee throughout the evening and was unsuccessful. Worried, he then contacted Brittanee's mother to let her know what was going on, and in turn, Brittanee's mother called the Myrtle Beach Police Department. As time went on, you could see that her phone stopped pinging in Myrtle Beach and started pinging from towers in Georgetown, South Carolina, which is about an hour drive south. But how did she get there? Well, after Timothy Taylor was finally cleared as a suspect 13 years after Brittanee went missing, a person that was of interest the entire time, 62-year-old Raymond Moody, is questioned. Raymond Moody's full interrogation is linked below for those that want to hear from him what he did and how he did it. This is the police interview with Angel Vause. It took place on April 26, 2011 in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. But first, let us have a moment of silence for the victim in this case.
Miss Angel Vause.
Yes, sir.
Again, I just found out that they served this warrant. They posted this ask you to come up here to talk to me.
I wish they had, because I've still been up here.
But they found this warrant, and they just told me they served it on you.
Yeah.
And because they served that warrant on you, before I talk to you, I have to read your Miranda.
Right. Okay, go ahead.
It's kind of crazy, but please, that's why that is.
Oh, all right, go ahead.
You have the right to remain silent. I want you to listen to me.
Okay.
I don't want you to say anything yet.
Okay.
Just hear me out before we go.
All right.
Give me a copy of this too.
Okay. Thank you.
The reason we're here, and again, this is my call.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to try to help you. We realize you saw all the stuff in there.
Oh,
You know why we're here.
I'm here for a bench warrant.
Well, yeah, well, that's what that was. But that's what I want to talk to you about, something else.
Okay.
And a lot more dear to my heart and a lot more sensitive than a bench warrant.
Okay.
And we're here, hopefully we can get you out of the middle of something too.
What the hell am I doing?
I don't know. Hook them nothing.
I ain't done nothing.
Exactly.
This is my thing right here.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Understand now. You date Raymond Moody, correct?
Yeah.
All right. How long have you the two of y'all dated?
On and off for about 3 years. On and off.
Well, let me tell you, and what I'm about to start, I'm going to tell you some stuff about Raymond.
Okay.
You may or may not know.
Okay.
He was arrested, and I'll go ahead and do everything and let you understand.
Okay.
He was arrested in the early 80s.
I knew he was. I tell you what I know. I know he was arrested.
So let me tell you what happened, and then we'll go from there, okay?
Okay.
In the early 80s, he was arrested for kidnapping, sodomizing, raping 7 different young girls in California. one at the age of 9, the oldest at the age of 18. He got a 20-year sentence. I want to talk to you, okay? Let's sit down. This is the file that came with him in California. I want to tell you, so you'll know that I ain't lying to you. This is the stuff that I highlighted that they sent me, that was done out there. March 30th, 1983, abducted a youth, 17 years old, raped her at knife point. January 29th, 1983, abducted another female, age 8, walking down the street, sodomized. June 2nd, 1982, female, age 10, abducted her, sodomized her. August 1st, 1982, female, 19 years old, followed her to her house, her and another girl, forcefully entered the residence, raped the victim in a bedroom. September 24th, 1982. Well, that's when that happened, sorry. All these, but I'm telling you that for a reason. It goes on. He was eventually caught. He confessed to it. His own words. He's sick. And he needs help. He didn't get the help that he needed. In California, he didn't get it. All that stuff happened. He comes back here after he got out of prison. It's starting again.
What, yeah, that's starting again?
This stuff is starting again. There's some behavior that's going on, and I think you've seen it. You've noticed it.
He's acting
Listen to my face.
weird.
Don't do it all. I want you so you know. He's more than likely he's getting missing late at night. He's either leaving the house or leaving. There's some stuff that he's keeping from you, where he's been, what he's doing. He's not answering his cell phone. And what else I'm about to tell you, I'm concerned about you.
Okay.
I feel like he is doing these same acts upon you to try to fulfill that urge. Sometimes he has gotten rough with you, it's gotten bad. I'm scared for you. Something has happened. And I hope I'm wrong, but I've been doing this a long time. I want you to talk to me. You scared of it? And I believe that. I really believe that you are. And the stuff that he's done to people, he has that way with it. He manipulates them. He gets them under his control. And once he has you under his control, he makes you do things that you wouldn't normally do. Now, is anything I've said that his behavior, am I on the money?
Yeah, he's disappeared a few times.
He's even going so far as to ride around town naked in his vehicle.
No, I don't know any of that, but I know he does disappear sometimes.
There's a lot of stuff that he's doing that we know, and I think that you can help us out with this stuff. Well, I know you can.
With what? I mean, I don't know where he goes. I mean, I woke up a couple of times and he wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then, I mean, he gets a little rough with me, but...
Mm-hmm. See, he has these things that he does that are uncontrollable. He can't control it.
No.
Because he didn't get the help that he needed when he was in California. We're not trying to crucify him. I don't want this to happen to someone else. I don't know if you have children.
Yes, I had 3 children. One of them died in a car accident when I was 16, but I still have children.
So you would, God forbid, you can only imagine how a family would feel if something they've done to their child or their daughter like this.
Yeah,
and we don't want this to happen. We don't want this to happen again.
No,
and it's going to happen
to anybody.
It's already happened.
It's already happened.
The cycle is starting again. You're seeing what his wife saw when she was married to him when they was in California. The missing at night, the physical, sexual acts that he wants to do. Chances are he's probably even telling you about things, dreams, or things he wants to do.
Okay. I mean, I put a lot of stuff on the internet. You know,
so all that stuff like that.
Yeah.
They can't control it, and we want to get him help before another child gets hurt again.
Well, I agree, I don't want nobody hurt.
Now, you're afraid of him, what?
Well, he just says if I leave, he'll find me,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and that do kind of what sexually that he wants to keep him satisfied so that he doesn't go do something else. It's just things I don't want to do. He's not the type of person I am.
And I respect that, I understand that, and you don't have to.
I know, but I feel like I don't, he's going to do it with somebody else.
And
Why do you think he's going to do it to someone else?
Because he says he dreams about that stuff, and it's just the weird stuff he looks at on the internet, and I'm scared he's getting obsessed with it.
Angel, we're here for you, okay? We really are, okay? I understand that you're one of his victims too right now, by the way you're acting, okay? We know about the phone call, okay? All right, we know about that.
What phone call?
That he made. What kind of dreams is he telling you about?
Well, his sexual dreams.
Tell me about it.
Tell you about the dreams?
Yeah, what has he told you?
Well, he says he dreams of having two girls and making them do things to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's just sexual stuff. He has something new every day. Just a fast thing, you know, like that.
You like to have anal sex?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Mm-hmm.
every one of the young girls that he kidnapped and raped in their ladies, he did that to. The 9-year-old, he beat her and split her face open. But he did that to everyone.
To all of them?
Every one of them. Like I told you, he's sick. And if we don't get him help,
Oh, yeah.
we know somebody else is going to be victimized.
We need you to help us and help you at the same time.
Well,
Well, that's why we're talking, okay? Where have you all lived?
Sunset Lodge in Maryville, and we split up, and he went back to Ernie's place for a while. He stayed with me for a few weeks at behind Gene Ward's store, the apartment building behind Gene Ward's. I lived there for about 1.5 years. He stayed a few weeks there, and then he left and went back to Ernie's. Stayed at Sunset Lodge. Actually, he stayed there one time. I was seeing him, but I wasn't staying with him. And then he went back to Ernie's, I believe. And then he came to my house for a couple weeks. And then he went back to Ernie's. And we got back together, and he got a place at Sunset Lodge again. And I stayed there with him for a little while. And then he said something about he needed some breathing room or some space. And I still had the apartment at Gene Ward's because my children stayed there. My boys were older, but they stayed there. So I went back to Gene Ward's. I still see him off and on. Then he left and went to Maine to stay with Norm and them and do some work because his work here had run out. And while he was there, I moved in at 4, and when he came back, he came into 429 Camp Road.
Well, y'all did y'all ever stay at the beach?
And we got a motel room a few times there.
What motel did y'all stay at the beach?
The only one I can remember was called the Budget Inn. I'm trying to think. I think it's on 6th Avenue. I'm not sure if that's right. I believe it's 6th though, and it might be north. No, I think it's south. I'm not sure either north or south. But I mean, we've gotten rooms, you know, for a night and stuff like that.
What's the motel that y'all stayed at that you remember?
We only stayed at Budget Inn as far as over more than a night.
And that was the primary place y'all stayed?
Yeah.
If you went down there and spent the night?
Have I went down there?
No, I said if you went down there and spent the night, that's the motel you would stay at?
Well, not every time. I mean, we've been at other ones, but that's the only one that I really remember the name of because we stayed there for like a week. And then we came back to Georgetown.
What's something that you remember that you maybe stayed the night at?
I wouldn't know. You'd have to give me something to look at.
Okay, well, we'll He'll come back.
Because I don't remember names that well. If you give me like a picture, you know, and I can kind of point them out. But I know we stayed there for like a week at the budget, and then we came back to Georgetown to something about he couldn't be out of town more than 10 days or something like that.
That's right.
So we came back after a week. It was like 7 days, and then I think we were together like maybe another week after that, and then we went back to Ernie's. I mean, it's been like between me and Ernie for 3 years now.
When did you stay at the budget in?
When?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
How long ago do you think it was?
It's been at least a few years. I mean, I'm trying to think, because we started seeing each other in May of 2008, I believe.
May of 08. Okay.
So it would have been in the summertime area of 08. But like I said, I mean, we go over to the beach about every other weekend. And sometimes we spend the night, sometimes we don't. And it's no particular place. I mean, we just stop at whatever motel, you know, looks like it has room, you know, and we stay there. So, but yeah, he's disappeared on me a few times from there too.
Why does he scare you?
Why does he scare me? Because he tells me he'll find me.
Just that he'll find you?
You know, I mean, he's not. He's.
What do you know about him that scares you?
What do I know about him? The stories he's told me about what he did in California, but he never said anything to me about children. He talked to me about 19, 20, in that area. He never said I didn't know anything about children. I thought they were all older teenage girls.
What did he tell you?
Well, he told me that he walked in their house in the middle of the day. And that it didn't scare him. He'd follow them home, and he'd follow them from school and stuff like that. But he would just follow them.
Why do you think he told you that?
Well, I guess he didn't tell me the whole truth, but I think he told me so if somebody else came and said anything, that I'd be more likely to believe him than somebody else, because he already told me what was going on. All I know is he said he was on the sex offender registry, and he couldn't be out of town for 10 days or something like that.
Did he talk to you about his urges?
Yeah, he told me that he has sexual preferences for young girls. But by young, he means, he said teenage, because I was like, you know, are you crazy? He's like, no, these aren't children, these are teenagers. That type of shit. They're not.
Reach up to you. While they were transporting in California, he made a statement that he was sick and not smart enough to get help. He also stated that he was glad he got caught because he was not giving it up.
How long did he stay in jail for all this?
22 years maybe.
And they knew he was that sick and lay match?
So I don't agree with you. We want to talk to you about all this stuff. One thing in particular is this, the Brittanee Drexel. She went missing April 25th, 2009.
Okay. I mean, I be honest, I can't tell you where I was 2 weeks ago or really where he was. Like I said, sometimes he's not there. And he'll tell me he couldn't sleep, he just went for a ride. Or he'll act like he's mad and say he needs breathing room for a couple of days. And I don't see him for a couple of days. And so that's been going on for 3 years.
Did he ever leave you at the beach?
Yeah.
Okay.
I woke up one morning like 5 o'clock, he wasn't there. And I didn't know where he was. The only thing I knew to do was call him and see if he went back there. And Ernie should know that he wasn't there.
Did he ever tell you anything about Britney? Did he ever mention her name?
No. The only thing, when I woke up that night, and I can't even say it was in that time frame because I really don't know.
Right.
But I woke up, he wasn't there, and he came back, I'm going to say, about 7 o'clock. And I asked him, where the hell have you been? And he said, I just woke up and couldn't sleep, so I went for a ride and stopped somewhere and had coffee and stuff. That's what he said. But I can't tell you that's not what he did. I can't tell you that is what he did, because I don't know.
Right. When y'all was traveling, when y'all went to the beach, what were y'all riding in?
His red,
Dodge?
yeah, Dodge Dakota, I think. Was it a Dakota?
Yeah.
Little red
Where's
truck.
it at now?
He wrecked it, the total.
Any idea what he did with it? Was it sitting in a scrapyard? Or?
No, I'm pretty sure he sold it to somebody, because they said they wanted parts off of it.
Okay, no idea who?
No idea. The only person I know who might know is Ernie, because Ernie carried the insurance on it.
Mm-hmm.
So Ernie may know who bought it. I don't know.
All right. The motorcycle that he had, do you remember him getting a speeding ticket? Been telling you about a speeding ticket?
Yeah. Actually, yesterday, because he had to go get insurance on his new truck he's got.
Right.
And when they pulled up his,
History?
yeah, it was on there, and it was a motorcycle speeding ticket.
Okay. Do you remember when he got that ticket?
Oh my God. I mean, I know where he got it, but I can't tell you. I know it was in Myrtle Beach, right there when you get to that red light, when you're going down Kings Highway, there's a, I'm not sure, I think it was in Myrtle Beach, I'm not sure. It's between Surfside and Myrtle Beach. I'm thinking at that red light, there's a station that sits on this side, and they pulled him over at that gas station right there, because I had the truck. And so, when he got his ticket, I went to where he was. And then, I'm trying to think if we put the bike on the trailer. I don't know. But I know he did, yeah, he did get a speeding ticket. I do know that.
Now that date is important.
Oh my God, I can't remember the dates. I don't even remember. I don't even remember that.
Now that speeding ticket was on April, it's a year, 2 years today.
This when he got the speeding ticket?
April 26th, is it 26th?
Yeah, I think that's what
Yeah, April 26th. 2 years today.
I couldn't say honestly, I really can't. I mean, because I don't know. I do know he got a speeding ticket, I do know that. Because they just pulled it up yesterday on his driving record when he went to get insurance, and they were asking him about tickets. And, because he didn't say that. He told them about seatbelt violations and the wreck he got in. And then when they pulled it up, that came up. And they asked him about that, and he said, yeah, he got that on the motorcycle.
Did he wreck his truck? Let me ask you, where did he wreck his truck?
Right going next, right after that red light, Sunset Lodge is here, and that little store, Cougars or something? Yeah, right past that, almost right in front of the National Guard Armory.
Right.
He wrecked it right there in that little stretch. It was after the red light, but I'm thinking it was right in front of the armory. I'm not positive.
Do you remember what year that was?
It was last year.
Okay, so it was last year.
Yes, sir. Because his daddy bought him the new truck he has for Christmas, because his truck got wrecked.
Yeah. So you wasn't with him when he got the speeding ticket. You came to him?
Yeah, I had the truck, because we always took the trailer and the truck, and,
were you following him, or he had to call you?
no, I was following. I was right there. But I'm trying to remember if it was Surfside or Myrtle Beach. I know there was a station that sat off to the side, because the guy in the store said something about Myrtle Beach having a helmet law. So he was going to go out of Myrtle Beach because of the helmet law.
Okay. And do you remember who wrote the ticket? Was it a highway patrolman or?
Seems like they were in a regular cop car. I can't remember, but I'm thinking they were in a regular cop car. Yeah, I believe so. And I know, I'm pretty sure while he was standing there talking to him, another cop pulled up. Because it seems like there was two cars there. I don't really know. I mean, I know there was two cops, but I'm pretty sure the other one pulled up when he saw the other one there. He pulled up. I'm pretty sure is how that was. I'm not positive, but I think it was two cars. But it seems like it was a police car. I don't think it was like unmarked or a shell car or nothing. I think it was a police car.
Do you remember calling Raymond's phone? He was at Bernie's house. and Ernie picked up. Got it?
I'm sure that's probably happened a bunch of times, to be honest, because he's been so back and forth between me and Ernie.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this, again, we've done our homework, we've done a lot of work. You're drinking. How often do you drink?
I don't drink anymore.
Don't drink anymore?
No, I don't do anything anymore.
Because I know that
I went through a bad drinking phase. Yeah.
that time with Marsh Village or something.
Yeah, I went with Marshall twice.
And I'm glad you're doing all right. I mean, that's good. It's a tough thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
So you haven't drank in a long time?
No, sir, I don't drink at all anymore.
Does Raymond drink?
He doesn't really drink, like, if we go to a bar or like shoot pool or something like that, he might drink one drink, but really, he's not a drinker. He don't do any kind of drugs. He don't smoke cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
He don't do any of that.
All right. So a time like back in January of this year,
Uh-huh.
would you have been drinking then?
Oh, I'm sure I probably would.
And
Because I stopped in end of January, around the end of January, because I was seeing a doctor for my back, and he was giving me some strong painkillers. And I was drinking with the painkillers, which is not a good thing, which is exactly what that's for. And, but in February, I quit taking the pill. I don't take the pills anymore. I don't drink. So yeah, I'll probably drink it in January.
now, when you called her,
Mm-hmm.
then Raymond was there.
Mm-hmm.
And I know you, obviously you said you drinking,
Oh, yeah.
taking the pills.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's some pretty wild stuff you were saying.
That's why I said I don't really know, because I was drinking and eating pills. I don't know what I said. I don't remember. I mean, I can't pinpoint a conversation. Since I've been drinking, not drinking, I mean, I can pretty much tell you whatever, but,
Yeah.
you know, during that drinking pop pill phase, I can't. I'm not really coherent to what was.
So if I told you that you made the comment that Raymond had told you something about being responsible for that disappearance of that young girl.
Would I remember saying it? No, to be honest with you, I wouldn't remember saying it. Has he ever said her name? Yes. Yeah.
Can I tell you what I think?
Huh?
I think, obviously, you've had your trials and tribulations in your life, and you overcame. Okay. I think you've been expecting this day to come, for us to come talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. And I think you've been expecting that because you know
That he said something.
that it ain't right.
No, none of it's right.
You know, we know about the phone call. We know about the kidnapping rape fantasies.
Yeah.
Okay. We know about that stuff, okay? I understand you're probably scared of them, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You got reason to be. But the point is Raymond is sick by his own admission. By California's doctors. They say he's sick and they need help. They got to get
Well, I don't think let somebody out if they knew they were that sick.
I don't know, but I'm just telling you. They say it, he didn't get the help, okay? He said he has these urges,
Yeah.
that he will never quit.
He has said that numerous times.
He can't control it, okay? You've been with him for 2 years.
3 years.
3 years,
Off and on.
okay? I think you know.
I know he's crazy.
Well, I think
that.
you know some of the things he's done, okay?
I don't know
Well,
what
just let me
he's done,
finish.
but
Just
I
let me
know what he
finish.
said.
Let me finish, okay? I think you do, okay? And I think you're afraid. And I understand that, I really do. I'm on your side, believe it or not. I'm trying to help you, same time you help me,
Right.
and ultimately help Ray, okay? And to make sure this doesn't happen again, okay? So I'm asking, I'm begging, please just be totally honest with us, okay?
I
that's the only way.
I don't
That
have
is the
any
only-
proof
well,
of anything. All
just
I know
want
is
you-
what he says.
I'm not asking you for proof, okay? I'm just asking you to be 100% totally honest with you, okay?
All I know,
Okay.
to tell you for
Then
sure, he said to me,
Hold on. So let the fear go, okay? We're in a room, nobody knows us, but you, him, me, okay? All right? And we're not running out and telling anyone, okay? And I really do, for us to help you, okay? You gotta be truthful, so 100%. Can you do that for me?
yeah, tell me, but I don't know what I can do, because
Tell me
I
about
don't know anything.
Tell me
I
about
only
the
know
phone call.
what says out of his mouth.
Tell me
And I
about
don't
the phone
remember exactly the phone call, I really don't. I mean, I was heavily
call. Do you remember making a statement that you can't live knowing what he's done?
wondering what he's done. You know,
Mhm.
I mean, I don't remember making that statement. I don't remember saying much of anything.
Why would you say that?
Well, because he says things.
Okay, what does he say?
Well, he told me one time when I threatened to leave that he didn't want me to end up like that girl at the beach did.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's kind of
That's
a threat over my
a good
head.
start. I mean, you're right, that's not proof, but that's
No,
something
because he
you
says I'll disappear and they'll never find me.
Okay.
I got children. I don't want to disappear and never be found.
I don't want you to be disappeared either, okay? All right? I'm just trying to convince you that
threatened my children.
has he threatened your children?
He said he'll get me one way or another. If you can't get me, you'll get what I love. And that's the only thing I love is my kids.
And why did he say he would get your children?
Because I wanted to leave. I don't want to have to deal with all this. It makes me crazy.
Okay. Tell me about what you don't want to do.
I don't like the sexual things he wants to do to me, the things he says when he does it.
But
He just talks
I know
about
this is
the
hard.
things he did to the girls in California, and that's what he talks about when he does it to me.
So you have gone along with his sexual things so to make it easier for you and your family.
It's easier just to do what he wants.
And it's just a matter of time before that won't be enough to comfort him anymore. I think it's already happened. Actually, I know it's already happened. What else has he said involving Brittanee Drexel's name? Anything. I don't care what it is. Just what he's told you. You think he said?
All I heard is they just took the sign down from McDonald's, because we were there the other day. And he said something about, oh, they took the sign down, and I looked up and I said, what sign? And he said, the one with that group on it. And I said, when did they take it down? He said, I don't know, but I was tired of looking at it every day when I had to drive back and forth to work. And I mean, he doesn't really say much. He's a very quiet person. But he just made the threat that, you know, that I could disappear just as easily as she did.
Do you remember a time around that time you've ever had scratches on his face or anywhere else?
He's had lots of scratches.
Now that you do the scratching.
I scratched him one time right here on the side of his face because he held me down and tried to.
No, it's hard.
But I don't like that. And the first time he tried to do that, we were at the beach. And I scratched him right across here to get him off of me. Because I don't like that.
When y'all stayed at the beach, did y'all pay with cash or credit card or anything?
I think he paid cash. I'm not sure.
Who always paid you?
He did.
He always paid?
Well, no, I take that back. I think he asked me to do it one time. He gave me the money, but he asked me to put it in my name.
You remember the motel that was at?
I'm sure it was a budget in.
Did you know?
Because most of the time, if they have a room, that's where we go.
Was that around the time that all the Brittanee Drexel stuff was on TV?
It's hard for me to give an exact pinpoint and be truthful because I was drinking a lot and I was taking pills a lot. But I'm sure we were at the beach sometime in that area because we go, like I said, almost every weekend or every other weekend we go over there. We don't always stay, but sometimes we do. So I'm sure we were.
And when you go there, what do you do?
Go to the bar and shoot pool. Sometimes we go over to, well, really, our place to go is Rainbow House or Time Out. Sometimes we go to the strip club. Like this past weekend, we went to that new place in Surfside is called Crush or something like that. And, we went down Seaboard Street and stopped at, Theory Years, I believe, is what it's called. And, that's what we did this weekend, but it's always, we either stop at the strip club or we stop at the bar. And then, we'll go, if we're going home, then we'll go home. If we're staying, then we'll go to the motel and I'll go to sleep.
Back to speed ticket real quick. Were y'all leaving to come home?
I don't think so. I think we were over there just riding around.
And you just happened to be following that?
No, we take the motorcycle on the truck. We take the truck too, just in case it starts to rain or something. And usually we'll meet somewhere and park the truck, and then we'll ride the bike. And then when we go to leave, I'll take the truck, and he'll get back on the bike. Because I can't drive the bike.
Speeding ticket he's talking about is near a church. Remember that?
Near a church?
Yeah.
That might be a different one. No? I don't remember a church. I remember a store for some reason. We were on the side of it. And the policeman pulled up, one of them pulled up right behind his bike. And he got out and started talking to him. And in a few minutes from another one came around, there's a curve right there. You know where I think we're coming out of? The Garden City Pier.
Okay.
I think we were coming up that road with Garden City Pier.
Sam's Corner?
We rode a little bit further than that, more towards Myrtle Beach.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure, because we go to the pier a lot in the summertime, because they have the bands and stuff on the pier, so we go to the pier. And it seems like we had left the pier.
So we're headed to 17?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where we were that day, because the cop pulled out. Yeah, because the cop pulled out from, when you came out, there's a hotel there. It has a tiki hut or something like that. We came out of there. The cop came in behind him. We pulled up at the store. I got off, got in the truck. And then the cop, pulled in, but he went to start the motorcycle. The cop pulled in behind him. So we were right there on the side of the store. And that's when he got his ticket. And then it seems like he got another ticket, too. Did he get 2 tickets?
I don't know. That's the only one I know about.
I think he got 2 that day.
Okay.
But I mean, I knew one of them was speeding. But I'm pretty sure we were leaving the Garden City Pier. Because we were coming up that road and there's a road that comes this way, and when you leave that hotel with the tiki hut, you come up this way. And we were coming up this way, and he was coming around that road. It seemed like he came in behind us. And then he pulled into the store, and I got out to the truck. And then the cop, I think, pulled up behind the motorcycle when he started to back up and asked him to turn it off. And then he gave him his papers and everything. But I thought it was a store. It was a store. It was right up there, right by the main highway. It's what the ticket I know of. Y'all talking about a different ticket? I don't know.
Let me talk about 7.
That's the ticket I know
Was
of.
that ticket, y'all went down that morning?
I'm trying to think, did we stay at the beach that night? Was that? No, that wasn't the invite week.
I was on Sunday.
Well, we were at the pier, I'm sure, and probably left there. Because we were on Sundays, and still, as long as I dated him, every Sunday, we go to the beach. And lay out. When he had the bike, we would ride the bike and take the truck in case it rained or something. But every Sunday we were at the beach. Sometimes at Holly's Island, sometimes at Garden City. And we went to Garden City because you could go up on the pier or that little motel that's got behind it, it's called the Tiki Hut or something like that. We would go there. So as far as beach-wise, it was either Garden City or Holly's Island, South End.
But to stay overnight, Myrtle Beach is budgeted in.
Yes, sir.
So that particular Sunday, when you got that speed ticket, y'all was, what would y'all have stayed?
If we had stayed, which I don't remember if I actually stayed or not that night. If we would have stayed, it would have been at the budget room.
Well, that was at 3:21 in the afternoon.
Okay. Yeah, well, we were leaving the beach, I'm sure, at Garden City.
Okay.
So every Sunday we go to the beach. It's either Holly's Island or Garden City, and we lay out near the pier. That way we can go over the pier and stuff like that.
And I know we're asking you some tough questions to go back and remember.
Yeah, it's just so much drinking and stuff, I can't.
Would you like to have something to drink?
No, I'm okay, I'm fine.
I mean, and I mean, like water-wise.
Oh, no, I don't want nothing to drink either way. I'm not drinking ever again.
How do you feel about Raymond? Truthfully,
Honestly.
If you love him, that's...
Oh, no, I love him for the things he's done for me, because, I mean, honestly, he has done some things for me that, you know, nobody else would have, you know, like when my vehicle messed up, he went and bought me the car I've got now. You know, I love him, but I don't want to be with somebody like that. I didn't know all these things, I mean.
Well, I'm not making that stuff up.
Well, obviously not. Reading it on people's face.
Yeah, this is the report that California sent us. And do you think he could be responsible for Brittanee Drexel's disappearance?
I think he'd be responsible for anybody's disappearance. Just with the dreams he says he has, like dreams of hanging somebody from a tree and then cutting their guts open and letting the blood run all over him. That's sick to me.
But that's these dreams.
The blood run all over him.
Yeah. It's weird stuff. I mean, it's just...
Well, let me ask you about these dreams real quick. Has he ever said a place where these dreams happen, or where he...
No. He never, I mean, he doesn't like give like, I was here and this person was here and this person was here, or it was this person or that person. Whoever makes him mad is who he says it about. Like, you know, if he gets mad, even at a guy or girl, it doesn't matter if he gets mad, he says things like, or to hang them from a tree and split their guts wide open. You know, it's just stuff like that it freaks me out. You know, so when he says, you know, you go anywhere and I can find you and you might disappear, I don't want to disappear.
How many different phones has he had?
I only know of 2 phone numbers that he's had. He's had lots of different phones. He breaks one about every 3-4 months.
And you're right, I meant pretty much the number.
Only 2 that I know of.
And just so
I'm not sure which one it is. That's the one he used to have. Now his number is...
And you understand why we're here?
Yeah.
I mean,
Completely.
it's not, we're definitely not here to try to pick on you or put your private life out in the public. Our concern...
It's for the public safety.
Actually, it starts with you. Our concern is for you, because we know we've been doing this a long time. I've been doing it for a long time, and I've read his history. I've read all the reports, the doctor's reports, and I knew it was time. And I've read the stuff that he's been arrested for, and I see it starting again, just like it did in California. His wife says, and his children said, or daughter, he would leave at night, start disappearing. But there was also some reports of nudity. That's happened. He got caught masturbating.
I don't know about any of that.
He was caught in 2008 masturbating in the angler's store.
Inside the store?
Inside the store. He was arrested for it, charged with indecent exposure. They eventually pled it, why I don't have a clue, the city did that, to disorderly conduct. He parked his truck down the road, walked to the store, and was doing it there. You see? So I knew, and I wasn't trying to get...
No, I thought he got a disorderly conduct.
No, that was for masturbating in the store. So when I see all this, I knew what he was doing to you. Because he cannot control it. He says he cannot control it, and he did not get the help that he should have gotten. I mean, yes, he's at fault, but if he'd got the help that he should have gotten by the state of California, I don't think he would be in this situation.
You wouldn't be in this situation.
The system failed him.
Regular everyday guy. He was nice one day.
Well, the system's failed him, but we cannot and don't want any other child to get hurt. Don't want you to get hurt.
And that's why it's important you're honest with us, Amy.
I mean, I don't,
I mean,
if he was
we know-
gonna do something, he
in the
wouldn't do it in
phone
front of me anyway,
Yeah.
because he knows I'm not that kind of person. I have children, you
Right.
know, all I know is what he says.
And I'm not saying that you did it.
Or, hell no, I ain't done nothing like that.
But you made a phone call, okay? You referenced going to prison based off what you know,
Yeah, I
okay?
mean, I don't remember the conversation, but, I mean, obviously, somebody remembers the conversation.
Right.
But, I mean, I know the things he said. I mean, it's like, I mean, I have no
And-
doubt that
and
he
you
made me
referenced-
disappear real fast
And you referenced Britney in the swamp.
in the swamp.
So that's why,
I don't remember any of that, but I just remember him saying that I could disappear as easily as she did. That's all. I mean, I don't know where she disappeared or how she disappeared, but I know the girl's gone.
let's get back to the scratches. You said that you've seen him with scratches because when you first met him, you gave him one.
Yeah.
When are the other times you've seen him with scratches?
We had some severe scratches on his ear right here one time.
How when was that? I know you ain't gonna know exact date, but
No,
about when?
I'm gonna guess, I started seeing him in what, 08? So maybe 09,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere close to warm weather, because he had on a tank top,
Mm-hmm.
and there was a big scratch on his shoulder, and like, you know, somebody grabs you like that, it was like fingernail marks.
Right.
And I asked him what had happened, and he said that him and Ernie were playing around or something like that. So I don't know, but he said he got some of the scratches at work, putting in cabinets and stuff, and she does get a lot of scratches, but I don't know how he got them.
Did you ask him anything further in that?
Yeah, but when I question him anytime about stuff, he'll tell me real fast that, you know, it's none of my business, I'm not married to him, I don't own him, he can do what he wants. So I
Yeah,
don't
he expects-
push his buttons
So
too much.
he expects you to be there when he's
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
So right there, he's
Yeah, but he
Not
has
equal
a way of making you want to be there.
right.
You know, he says all the right things at
When
the
he's
right
good, he's
moment.
good. When he's bad, he's bad.
Yeah. He says all the things at the right moment, even when he's bad and hurts you every once in a while. Afterwards, it's like he's almost sincere with his apologies.
How did he hurt you? Did he
He
hurt
just
you?
holds me down and has anal sex with me.
And you tell him no,
Yeah, tell him I don't like that, it hurts.
and he does it anyways.
Yeah. He says it's better to you than somebody else.
So he says it's better to do it to you than him. What?
Do it to somebody else.
What does he mean? I mean, does he say anything further than that, or?
I mean, he always says things when he's having sex with me, like, you know, that I get upset more than the girls in California did when he did his thing.
So he forcefully holds you down.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not trying to hurt you here, okay? I'm just making sure I got it right, okay? Forcefully hold you down and has anal sex with you. And he tells you it's better you than somebody else, as in someone off the street,
Yeah,
or?
just someone you can pick up.
So, in a way, he's saying, because he's doing that to you, it's keeping him from doing that.
Oh, I don't know that, well, I mean, he gives me that impression, but, I mean, I can't say that for sure. But, yeah, that's the impression he gives me. But I don't know what he does when he's gone, and he's gone a lot.
And then when he's done, he apologizes. And
Oh, yeah.
says, I'm sorry, it won't happen again.
Yeah, it always happens
And then it
again.
happens again.
Yeah.
And you're kind of stuck, because you love them,
I'm looking to death, and
but you're afraid to lose them.
yeah. Uh-huh.
Because you said you can disappear
Well,
like
he
that.
always comes back. I mean, no matter where I go.
Just try to remember when you saw it was all over TV when Brittanee Drexel won this.
Yeah, I remember that.
Where were you all at around that time frame?
I was staying in the apartments in June Woods.
Okay. He's staying with you,
He was staying at Sunset Lodge.
but he was coming and seeing you.
Yes.
Y'all go to the beach,
Mm-hmm.
budget in, or somewhere
But,
else? We go to budget in.
yeah, during that, the first place we went to the beach together was the Budget Inn. We stayed a couple nights, And that's when we first started dating. I
That
think he
was
was still staying at Ernie's, and I don't know what he was telling him he was going to do for the weekend or whatever. We'd go over there like on the weekend.
But it sounds like he was jumping back.
He was, and I mean, probably still is for all I know. Half the time, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't ask questions. I don't say anything because he gets angry. So I don't ask.
Sorry. Now, around that time frame, can you remember if that's when you saw scratches or no? I mean, I want you to be honest.
No, honestly, I can't tell you if that's when. Like I said, I've seen scratches like several times. I mean, but I can't give you an exact time frame because I mean it would be the truth because I don't remember.
What else he told you about Britt?
All he said was the thing about her disappearing, and then he was glad that sign got moved down because he was sick of looking at it. And then he said something about they put a new one up. I haven't seen it, but they put another one up, and now anytime he comes from Maryville or something, he has to look at it again. But I don't know where
Did he follow that case? Did he follow it in the news? Did he watch it?
Yeah, a little bit, I think. I mean, I can't remember exactly because we weren't living together at that time, so I really don't know. But all I remember is me and the kids were watching it on TV, and so he was there off and on, and he'd say, "Turn it up." And then he'd say something like sometimes afterwards he'd make a comment about, "What do you think happened? What do you think happened?" I was like, "I have no idea what happened. Obviously something happened to the girl." And he would say, "Well, you don't know what could happen to her." I mean, I don't know if he was wanting me to ask him if he did or not, but I'm not asking him that question.
Well, how would that conversation end up? He'd say, "You don't want."
He would get angry.
He would say, "You don't."
He'd probably tell me, "You don't want to know."
You don't want to know.
Yeah, I mean, he says that about a lot of things. If he gets angry, he gets real introverted. He won't talk, he won't say anything, but you can look at his eyes and tell that he's angry. And even when he's in a calm state, at the house or whatever, you can always see that his wheels are turning. That he gets very distant sometimes, and it's like he's there, but he's not there. So, I mean, I don't know where he's at or where he's going, but he's not there sometimes. And I wake up sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning, he's on the computer looking up freak stuff on the computer. I don't say anything because he'll just get mad. So I just go back to sleep.
What kind of phones did he have at that time?
Kind of phones?
Yeah, a regular flip phone?
Yeah.
Slide phone?
No. He buys all these cheap phones because he breaks them all the time. So he buys cheap phones. They're not expensive phones.
Okay.
He gets them, like, the last one he just bought maybe 2 months ago or something like that at the Radio Shack, and it wasn't but like maybe $30 phone. He buys the cheap ones because he breaks them all the time.
Do you remember about his behavior around that time frame? I mean, obviously, I understand you're afraid of them and all that.
No, I mean, honestly, I will tell you exactly what the demeanor was, but I can't honestly tell you what his demeanor was because I was drinking and taking those stupid Roxy's all the time and eating Xanax all the time. So, I mean, I really have very distorted memories of things.
Is it possible you were doing all that because the situation with him?
Because I was seriously depressed.
Right.
Oh, I was too afraid to get away. I just lost my job. I didn't have anywhere to go. He was taking care of everything, and I had kids to take care of. So, I complied to what he wanted, or whatever he wanted me to do, because I had kids to take care of.
Keep this in mind. Nothing you tell us here today, we're not going back to him and telling him, Angel sat there and told us this. We're here to try and help you and to other people, and other children and stuff. So we're not.
We're trying to get to the truth.
Yeah.
No, and if I knew that he had done it exactly, I would say it, but I don't. I only know what he says and references he uses. You know, I don't. You know, he hasn't looked at me or have I ever heard him say, yeah, I killed that girl. I can't say he said that because he hasn't said that. But he makes demeanors from our comments. Sometimes it gives you the impression that he did. And I think he uses that impression to scare me.
Why would you say that y'all going to prison?
Huh?
To someone? Why would you tell someone we're all
Well, see, I don't remember that conversation.
Right.
That's why I don't know what I said.
What about, tell me about Craigslist.
Craigslist?
Mm-hmm.
He's on Craigslist all the time. That's an everyday thing for him.
What about you?
No, he uses my email address and my name. I've never one time been on Craigslist.
So he uses your username?
He uses my email address because he said he's scared that since he thinks he's not supposed to be on a social networking site or something.
What does he do on Craigslist?
I know he looks up like men and women for men. I mean, I know he looks up sexual stuff. I know that because I go into the history. I know what he's looked up, but I don't say that I know what because he'll freak out that I'm checking in on him.
What's your email?
My email is
do you remember in that phone conversation talking about being on Craigslist? And having you get on Craigslist?
that I'm not on
That
Craigslist.
he has you get on Craigslist.
Yeah, he told me he uses my email site because he thinks his is monitored.
Mm-hmm.
Only thing on my email site that belongs to me is a conversation with my kids and school, because I go to school at night doing the EMT paramedic course.
Mm-hmm.
So I go to school and I get things from school and stuff like that. And he sent pictures from his website to my website. But other than that, I do not get on Craigslist. I don't get on any of it. I don't even use the computer except to do my homework, and I can tell you exactly what site I go to do my homework. But I don't play.
How about Facebook?
I don't have a Facebook account.
MySpace, anything?
No. The only thing I have is that right home. That's all I have.
Let me ask you this here about the motels.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be possible, not today,
Mm-hmm.
for you to ride with us in a vehicle that's unmarked, dark, blacked out windows, and point out the motels?
Yeah.
Could you do that today?
Tommy, that'd be better.
Of course, I mean, yeah. Okay, I can show you where we stay.
Okay. One other thing real quick, and then we're gonna do that.
Okay.
The date that he got a ticket, that was Easter weekend, 2009. That was on Easter Sunday, actually.
Okay. Was on Easter Sunday, really? Because most Easter Sundays I'm with my parents and my kids over at my mama's house.
And then Easter Sunday 2 years ago.
Was that right?
Yeah, 2. Well, Easter Sunday switched.
I was going to say, it changes. No, there's no way I'd have been with him on Easter because I'm with my parents on Easter and my children.
So,
Every holiday we have family get together, and all my family gets together.
And, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, you need water or anything?
No, I'm fine.
Take a break real quick.
Yeah.
And then we'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
We're trying to organize this.
The ride?
Yes.
Okay.
You all right?
Yes,
We'll be
sir.
right back. Okay?
When we go outside, can I please smoke a cigarette? At this point.
They'll kill you.
I know, but I got to have that one vice. I quit drinking and everything.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Sure you don't know what?
No.
Yeah. Wait, the truth was,
Yes, sir.
not leaving anything.
Not that I remember.
Oh. Not that you remember, or
Not that I remember.
Sure.
Oh, no, I'm very sure. All I know is when we stayed at the beach off and on, like I told you, I can't give you exact dates because I don't.
You mentioned you went to porn sites.
Mhm.
What kind of porn sites did you go to?
The most recent one I seen in the computer was Pornhub.
Pornhub.
Mhm. And it has like live video feeds or something like that.
You've never seen any with small children.
Not that I've seen, but he does know how to delete things.
Mm-hmm.
And I do know that when we were at the Sunset Lodge, he got a computer from some guy in town who refurbishes computers. And there were some sites on there that said something like young girls or something like that, but he said that was already on there and he tried to delete it off.
What screen names does he use?
What do you mean screen name? Is it like user ID?
You know, what he logs on as
Boondoggle.
Boondoggle?
Mm-hmm.
Does he ever use yours?
Yeah, mine is Country Girl.
Country Girl?
Yeah.
How many kids you have?
Do I have?
Yeah.
I have 2 children.
2. And boy, girl?
Boys.
2 boys? How old's your oldest?
21. I had one older, but he died.
What's his name?
The one who's still alive.
21.
Christopher.
Christopher?
Yeah.
Okay. Last name,
Voss.
Voss. Do you live here in Georgetown?
Florence.
Florence, okay.
He goes to Florence, Arlington, Texas.
Okay. And your other son?
19.
19? What's his name?
Justin Voss.
Justin Voss. And where's he live?
He's with me sometimes, with his daddy sometimes.
What do they think, right? If you're right now, I ask
Actually, my 21-year-old is a very easygoing child, gets along with everybody, so he probably wouldn't have much negative things to say. My 19-year-old would probably, he's a big old boy, and he would probably tell you that he doesn't like the way he's done me.
What's she think about you being with him?
Be honest, my boys don't say anything about stuff like that.
So, the 19-year-old that don't like him? He's never
Now, he
said...
speaks to him, and but I've always taught my kids to be respectful of adults, you know.
I mean, what do they say to you?
They would show us to somebody else. My 19-year-old said he's scared for me. But the 21-year-old, he's like, don't a lot, at 21 years
So you
old.
tell them to say that.
It's the best situation for me right now. It's usually what I say.
Is it?
No, it's not a good situation, and the more I find out, it's even a worse situation. But no, it's not a good situation. I mean, it's walking on eggshells for me.
Where does Ray hang out his off time when he's with you? Or does he go with you? Where y'all? Other than
We don't really go anywhere in town.
Mm-hmm.
Over the beach, it would be the bowling alley that's right beside the Brick House Lounge.
And where?
I believe it's Surfside. It's called
Surfside.
Brick House. Yeah, it's always at the beach, never in town.
Okay.
The only place we ever go in town is the Rebar, and that's the shoot pool. I think we might have went in Castaways maybe 5 times.
Castaways?
On Front Street.
Oh, here, okay.
Yeah, it's just like a little pool place, play music and stuff, and shoot pool.
Do you ever go fishing, hunting?
I go fishing, he don't go fishing.
He's not an outdoorsy type, you don't go?
Well, his outdoorsy thing is riding the bicycle,
Mm-hmm.
Working out,
Mm-hmm.
riding bike, working out, going to the beach. That's his
How's he
outdoor
riding
thing.
his bike then?
Penarol Road, Kent Road,
Kent Road?
yeah.
That's how we all live.
Yeah, he'll ride up and down that road, but most of the time, he goes down Penarol Road. Now, he's rode it all the way down past, like, Maryville Park, where the little park is down in Maryville, on Airport, down there. Now, he rides down there some too. But as far as I know, that's the only place he rides. And I know he went on that trail one time at, the Litchfield. They have that bike trail that runs through the woods. I know he went on that one time. Because he wanted me to go, and I can't ride a bike that far. So I went about halfway, and I turned around and went back to the truck and waited on him to get back. That's just too far for me to ride. Has a lot of endurance and built up. Like, I always call him a ticking time bomb. Because he's always like, gotta be somewhere, gotta be doing something, can never relax. He cannot sit down and watch TV. He can't be still. He has to constantly be doing something. So, and I mean, sometimes he'll tell me he's going to work out with his friends or stuff like that. But I mean, I don't call him to verify that's where he's been or anything, because he's not like to be checked up on at all. That's always waiting to happen.
You don't want to know where he's at, what he's doing.
Right. And to be honest, I don't ask. Because I know what it's going to lead to.
It ain't worth the pain.
No, it ain't worth.
Now, you said he's threatened your kids before?
Not doing, what he said was, he said, if I can't get to you, I'll get to what you love the most. And he knows that my kids are what I love the most. I raised my kids as a single mother.
Right.
You know, and my kids were everything to me.
Do you worry about your kids?
I always tell my kids if he calls or anything to let me know. And then I'll ask them, you know, what they talk about and stuff like that.
How often does he call?
He calls my 21-year-old more than he calls my 19-year-old. And, I mean, my 21-year-old has never said that he said anything out of the way. You know, he said he always tries to give him advice about how you need to go to college and do this or you'll end up like me. You know, stuff like that. I mean, as far as I know, he's never said anything out of the way to my kids. I know he's asked them where they live. You know, and he'd like to get together with them and play basketball and stuff like that, but I've encouraged my kids not to do that.
How did he and Ernie end up splitting off?
I don't know.
What does he say?
Ernie or Ray?
Right.
He said that Ernie's too controlling and tries to keep track of his every move, and he don't want nobody checking up on him.
What does Ernie say?
Ernie says that he needs supervision, and as long as he lives in his house, he's going to be checked up on so that he can make sure of what he's doing.
So like Ernie might know something.
So I have no idea.
Don't you think?
Ernie would probably know a lot more than me, because Ernie's known him since he got out of prison, or he's known him in prison.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he got out, they were together for, I don't know what year he got out. I think it was the year my son died, 2004, is that when he got out? So he's been with Ernie since 2004, met me in 2008. So, I mean, on and off, like we'd be together 3 months, he would go back to Ernie for a couple of months, he would come back to me for a couple of months, go back to Ernie for a couple of months. But I mean, there's been periods where he didn't come to me or Ernie, where he would just go somewhere for a few days, like I said, he went to Maine,
right,
and was there for like 3 weeks. Then he had his own place at Sunset Lodge for a while, and he didn't stay with me or Ernie. I'm trying to think of where else he's been. I know he went to Maine and stayed there for like 3 weeks this past October 2010. He went to Maine.
When's the last time you talked to her?
I think the day Ray got in his truck wreck, because Ernie had the
You
insurance.
haven't talked to him since then?
I don't think I have, because he's trying mad at me right now. So I don't think I've talked to him since then. Because I called Ernie when he got in the car wreck, because Ernie has all the insurance information.
When's the last time Ray talked to her? Anything you know?
Probably a couple days ago.
Why? I mean, were you there to hear it, or?
I heard part of the conversation. They were arguing about, Ernie said something about, wrote him a letter. I never seen the letter, never read the letter. But I did read what Ray wrote back to him, because Ray did it on the email. Wrote back and said that he was tired of Ernie trying to control him. He was a grown man. He didn't need his control. He needed his freedom, and for Ernie to go on and do whatever he wanted to do, but that's what he intended. That's what Ray intended to do. So I'm thinking Ernie might have been questioning him or trying to, Ernie's always trying to get him to go to things like sex addicts meetings and all that kind of stuff. And he's very resistant with Ernie.
So Ernie's trying to get him to go to counseling reference sex.
Yeah.
His sexual.
Yeah, and I know he went for a little while to a place in Conway.
Okay.
But I can't tell you the name of the place. Ernie probably can't, because I think Ernie's the one who found it for him.
He went to his, like, the Sex Anonymous type thing in Conway.
Yes. And I think he went 2 nights a week. And I know he's been to Walker Mental Health here in Georgetown. But I can't tell you the last time he went.
Is Ray on any type of medication?
Only thing he's taking right now is his blood pressure pills.
Okay.
But I know the people at Walker Mental Health here gave him some, I don't know whether it was for bipolar or what it was for, but they gave him some medication, but he does not take it.
And when did he go there?
Last time that I can think of was, it's been a while. It's been a little while. You could probably call him and find out.
For about, in Conway, when was he
That's been a while. He quit
Long
going
time.
completely, yeah. He went for like maybe a couple months and he quit going completely.
Do you think Ray would do something different?
I think it pushed that he felt that he needed to go.
Do you think he would do anything to you?
Oh, I have no doubt he would if he was man enough and thought that I was in here talking to you at this moment. Yeah, I might be dead tomorrow.
Why would he be worried about you talking to her?
Because of the things he says to me, the dreams he has, talking about things he did in California that he was never caught for.
Tell me about the things he talked about doing here.
About doing him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he always has these fantasies about snatching girls off the street and raping them and then taking them somewhere and dumping them. I mean, he has those fantasies all the time. I mean, he looks up the bondage and S&M and sadomasochism stuff on the computer. I mean, it's always not normal sex. It's just weird stuff.
Tell me about the times he said he had.
That he has what?
Snatched people off the street.
All he's told me as far as snatching is in California, and he said that they didn't even catch him for all of it. He said there was at least 12 or more.
In California.
That he would have called for. He hadn't told me anything about here. The only thing I know is snide comments. I don't know anything he's done here. I mean, I don't know. If he's done something in between times that when he disappeared, I don't know. I mean, all I know is the comments he makes, and I draw my own conclusions from the
What comments are you making that have had you draw conclusions?
Well, it's concerned me about the Britney thing, because he's never said, I did this or I did that.
But what does he say?
But he said that I would disappear as easily as she did, and my body would never be found.
What else did he say about Ray?
Just that he'd be glad when it all blows over, and he's sick of hearing about it. And he wants the signs down. He said, surely they can't leave them up much longer. Somebody's got to pay for it.
Somebody's got to pay for the sign to be enough.
For the signs to be enough. So, I mean, he doesn't.
And he's asked you what you thought happened to her.
Yeah, he asked me what I thought happened to her. I said, well, I think the girl disappeared. I said, obviously there's been no sign of her. Her family hasn't heard from her. Most girls, at least, would contact their family. So, I mean, I don't know. He doesn't give you, he gives you these snide remarks, and then these looks he gives you pretty much tells you to shut up. So I don't say anything. I just
trust me.
Do I trust you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust anybody, to be honest with you. I don't trust him. I don't trust a lot of my own family members. I have a very hard time to trust. I had a lot of things happen in my life, and I have a very big trust issue.
A lot of trials and tribulations in your life.
So I have a lot of trust issues. With the first husband, who thought I was his punching bag, to the second husband, who thought I was his punching bag.
Angel, I want you to look at me, okay? We are here to get to the truth. We want the whole truth, okay? Not from you too, but
Yeah,
on what happened to Britney, okay?
I don't know what happened
Just
to the
listen
girl.
to me, okay? And I'm telling you, that's why I want to look you in the eye,
Right.
that we would not do anything to push you in danger. Not knowingly, we would do nothing knowingly to put you in danger. Our job is to help you.
Okay.
He obviously has you in fear all the time.
Yeah, I'm
You're-
scared of it.
Honestly, you're the reason we became cops, is to help people like you. Okay? But for us to help you, we need you to be 100% honest. I know it's hard to trust somebody you just met, but I am not going to do anything to intentionally put you in any harm's way or anything like that, okay? But for us to try to fix this, to try to have the best possible outcome out of all this,
Right.
we need your help and we need your honesty.
I mean, I can't tell you what I don't know or what I don't remember. I mean, I don't lie about being a heavy drinker and taking a bunch of drugs. I don't lie about that. And,
I understand.
You know,
The reason I say this is because some questions we ask you, and we've been doing this a long time. I've been doing it 21 years. You've been doing it how many years?
About 23.
23 years, okay? That's a lot of people we've talked to over the years, okay? And in that time, you pick things up,
Oh, yeah.
okay? And I've noticed that some questions we ask you, you don't want to look at us. Okay?
No.
And some questions we ask you, some you can boom, answer. And then other one is, you're kind of like, that's when I was drinking.
Think about it for a while, then I can remember some things, but, I mean, even if you were to call my parents in here and talk to them, they will tell you, I only remember bits and pieces. I do have a long line that I don't remember in my life. You know?
I just want to be sure that when we're done here, that you've been totally on and you've told us everything.
Yeah.
Because it's like a locomotive, it's coming.
Oh, yeah.
It's coming.
Well, it needs to
And-
come. If he's the one to do it, then it needs to come.
Right.
You know, and I can't tell you that he definitely did it. I can't tell you
Well,
that.
and I'm not asking you unless you know for a fact you didn't.
No, if I knew for a fact you'd already been told,
I
I'd
just-
called instead, because I'm not up to hurting anybody.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, when you answer a question, if you could be, put it out there, say what it is, you know, don't go around the bush, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're not gonna offend, you're not gonna
Right.
offend me. I know it's hard to say it,
yeah, it's hard to say
but
things.
just come out and say it.
You know,
Okay,
some
don't-
things aren't easy to talk about with anybody.
Correct.
Especially if you want it.
Especially if you're the victim of it.
Yeah, I mean, he likes to do weird things. I mean, he'll hold me down by my throat and choke me, you know, and usually it's close to the point of passing out, you know, and then, you know, you have to slap him and stuff, and then he'll, you know, snap out of it and let me go, you know, and he is violent.
Do you see where that could lead?
Yeah, I know exactly where it can lead.
And I just want to make sure you understand how important this is.
Yeah, I know it can lead to bad things, and that's why, you know, I just let him do what he wants to do in hopes that, you know, he doesn't do it to somebody else.
So, tell me about these things he says to you about down here. You say he's talked about dreams of snatching people off the street.
Oh, yeah, he's always
What else?
saying stuff like that. Taking them into the woods, having his way with them, you know, for hours. He's even talked about finding them and trying to keep them hid for days so he can have his sexual pleasure with them and then get rid of them. I mean, it's a various amount of things. And then he talks about when he's angry, things about, like I said, he said he'd like to hang them from a tree and split their guts wide open and watch the blood run out of them. And then he says, you know, I'll lay it and let it run all over me because I don't care. People are just toys to me. I mean, you know, it's comments like that. I can't, you know, say he's done it. I can't say he's not going to do it, because if he keeps on the same psychopathic trail he tends to be on, you know, he probably is going to do something.
What do you think he's done?
What do I think he's done?
Mm-hmm. I can tell you think he's done something.
I think he's done some things, especially when he disappears in the middle of the frickin' night and then don't answer the phone when I call him, and I notice that sex toys are gone. Out
So
of
the
the
sex
house.
toys are gone? Sex
Yeah.
toys like what?
Well, there's dildos and rather large ones at that that would actually really hurt somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Handcuffs, the neck chain thing, like you would lead somebody around. I mean, there's all kinds of things, but they tend to disappear, and then sometimes some of them
Like
come
a
back.
choker chain thing?
It's almost to me like a dog collar, like you put a choke chain on a pit bull,
Right.
you know, it's stuff like that.
Okay. Well, let me ask you again. What do you think he's done?
What do I think he's done?
Honestly.
I think he's probably done something, but to who and where, I mean, I wouldn't know. But no, I think he has, because sometimes he'll leave the house in a very agitated, glared look in his eyes. And when he comes back, he's calm. So I know he's had sex, but I don't know whether he had it with a guy, with a girl, with a teenager, I don't know. But you can tell it's almost like he's had a release. And when he has that release, sometimes he's okay for a while. But it's like, you notice when he starts getting, you know, like wound up, anxious, anxiety, can't be still, gotta constantly be moving, just go, can't be at the house.
What do you do when he does that?
What do? I usually go to my mother's or something.
You get away from him?
Yeah. Because you can't ask questions because he gets angry.
What's your mother's name?
Carol Cooper.
Carol?
Mm-hmm. She was a school teacher for 28 years.
Where does she live? What does she think, right?
She hates it.
Why?
Won't speak to him. He's not allowed anywhere near her property. And Hunter lives right across the road, so
Hunter.
well monitored. I can't think of his last name. Yours, but the deputy sheriff's office.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very nice boy. His brother Kenny and all, we know all of them. They grew up across the road from our family.
Why did she hate him? You talk to her?
Huh? Oh,
You
yeah.
talk to her and tell her?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't tell her what he's done to me, but I tell her she knows. She's looked it up on the internet, she said, to find out who this person was. But she has this thing of checking everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And so she knows that she's not allowed anywhere near her property or anywhere near, you know, any kind of family function or anything like that. She's told me she don't want to hear his name in her house. But my mom is a very good Christian woman.
I want to ask you a question. I want you to be totally honest with me. And no matter what the answer is, I just want you to be honest and then be fair enough.
Okay.
If you knew he had done something, would you tell me, or are you too afraid of it? Okay.
No, if I knew positively without any kind of doubt that he'd done it, I would say something.
If you had suspicion that he had done something,
Would I say something?
would you
Yeah, I'm
say
kind of
something, or would you
suspicious.
be too scared?
No, I'm kind of suspicious.
Okay. And I guess what I keep coming around to is, what are you suspicious of? What I
I'm
mean,
suspicious that he may have done something to that girl because we were at the beach a lot. And I'm suspicious she may not be the only one. I don't know.
mhm.
I mean, because he has all these crazy fantasies in his head. I mean, he wants to take more than one girl at a time. Couple of them. And, I mean,
Tell me about his fantasy where he said he wants to snatch from thicker in the woods and have his way with her for hours.
Yeah.
Tell me about that one. What all try to be as detailed and remember as much as you can.
I'm detailed, that's not embarrassing. But,
Well, we're all adults here.
I know, but I'm just not used to talking about stuff like that.
But it's important.
I know,
Angel, really.
I know it is. So he has said he would like to snatch a girl. And, of course, he always says teenager, but at this point, I'm beginning to think children.
Mhm.
But he wants to snatch them, and he wants to have a place to take them. He said he wants to set up a place in the woods and scope some people out. And then when the time is right and nobody's around, he can snatch them and do what he wants for hours. Because he says that they mean nothing to him. They're just like a toy in his toy box.
What did he say he would do with them?
Well, he's gonna rape them for hours, and then he's gonna get rid of them, so that they can't tell on him.
Does he say anything about any type of preference, or?
To ask to girls?
Yeah, I mean, how they look, or?
Oh, he likes them petite. You know, no bigger than me.
Mm-hmm.
He was like gonna be short, somebody he can snatch up that wouldn't be able to fight him.
And he said that?
Oh, he said it numerous times.
That he likes more petite, smaller, that couldn't fight him.
Right, that could fight him back. Which, I mean, he's a very strong man. Somebody bigger than me probably couldn't, a girl probably couldn't fight him back. He is a very strong, very huge guy.
Do you know if he has any place he can go to like that?
Not really, but he has said that he has a tent,
Mm-hmm.
and that he could just set up a tent some remote area. But I mean, I haven't seen the
He
tent.
doesn't have a friend or anything, or been anywhere that you're aware of that would be like what he's described?
No, he looks for. I mean, he said that he would scope it out. He wouldn't do anything without having already his plans in progress. Like he would have everything already set up before he even would touch a girl or try to grab a girl.
He'd have it planned out.
Yes.
So he told you all that. I'm not asking you this because I'm not judging you at my place. What if you wanted to leave him? Why haven't you?
Well, because like I told you, I lost my job. I didn't have a vehicle. Had nowhere to go, nowhere to go. You know, I can't afford a place of mine. You know, and I needed help, and he's helped, like I said, in many, many ways.
I mean, now though, I mean, within the last couple of years, because you told me you got your mom, right?
Yeah, but me and my mom had a very strained relationship. But there's a lot of things I've done in my past. You know, I had a lot of drug
Can be a little
problems.
judgmental sometimes. That's every mom.
I know.
That's every mom.
And then my daddy
You
died.
probably do it to your kids. And you don't even
Yeah, I
know.
haven't had to yet because I was greatly blessed with kids who they've never been in trouble. You know, they don't do drugs. I got one going to school, one wanting to join the National Guard. You know, so.
But they don't know about what Ray does to you, do they?
No. I would never tell my children that and make them worry. I wouldn't do that.
Because they go crazy, I bet, if they knew, wouldn't they?
Well, my 21-year-old said he'd kill anybody that hurt me, and I don't. I'm not getting him involved in that kind of situation. He is a good son. They're both very good kids. Both graduated high school, both planning to do something.
If you knew anything, they'd probably tell you to tell us, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even if you're scared.
Yeah. They
It
would.
takes a lot of courage.
Oh, yeah. He does.
It's a lot of courage.
He does.
To kind of take that leap of faith. That's why I was trying to impress upon you, look, we don't want you hurt. We don't.
I don't either, but I'd rather be me than somebody else. I don't want a child hurt. I'm an adult. You know, I'd rather be me than somebody else.
How long has he been doing that and telling you better you than somebody else?
Well, over a year and a half. At least. Maybe 2. At first he was Prince fucking charming. I mean, he, you know, bring you flowers, bring you candy, take you to dinner, tell you how wonderful you were, and then it became, you know, once he found out about the drug problem and the alcohol and stuff like that, then it became, you know, you can't make it without me, you have to have me, you need me, you lost your job, I'm the only person who's going to take care of you, because I had a strained relationship with my mother. You know, my daddy's dead. You know, my daddy would have been a wonderful person to get me out of all this, but I don't speak to my brothers very often. You know, so I really didn't have anybody to turn to.
Your dad would probably...
My daddy would have killed me. And my daddy would have saved me from all of this.
was the last time he discharged you?
Yesterday,
Yesterday. Did you tell him no?
I always tell them that, but I don't want to do that. But it
He
hurts
does it
me.
anyway.
Yeah, it hurts me bad.
Something's came up. This, and just so you know, that young girl's phone pinged right down from where Raymond's house was living, or where he was living at the summer.
I know where.
The Sunset Lodge. Her phone pinged right down from there.
What's that? They did what?
Her phone, her cell phone, it got a signal right there.
Oh, okay.
Pinged.
Well, I wasn't staying with him during that time anyway, when he was at Sunset Lodge, except for last year.
Did he know crystal souls?
If he did, I did not know.
Okay. I'm doing this to protect you.
Okay.
What I'm about to say, look, this just happened. Apparently your roommate, they've already paid your fine.
They already paid my fine?
They've already paid your fine, and the city said that you are with Sergeant Hayward. So they came here to pick you up. They don't know we're talking to you. All they know is that Sergeant Hayward did you a favor and let you sit in his office
Right.
to keep from having to go to jail.
Tell anybody I talked to.
No, that's why, exactly, that's why everybody's scrambling to make sure, and that's why we fixed you go downstairs. But what I'm gonna ask you, can you get away tomorrow?
Yeah.
And come, and we'll meet you somewhere, that way you don't know?
Yeah. Well, that's easy to do. I have a job I'm supposed to do in the morning, but I can put that off.
I don't wanna give you a card or anything, I don't want
No,
you to.
don't do that, but I will come here, what time I want
Philip
here.
Hanna
Okay,
with the sheriff's office.
okay.
Don't give her a card, put it on paper.
I don't wanna give you no number.
No, I don't want,
Okay.
No.
because he goes through my purse and my phone.
I'm Philip Hanna. I'll be here first thing in the morning. Whenever you can get away,
He leaves the house at about 7:45 to go to work.
don't rush right after he leaves. Wait.
Okay,
Because if you leave right after he leaves, it becomes obvious.
obvious, yeah.
Wait.
Anytime you want, I mean.
Whenever you feel comfortable.
Well, I'm supposed to be at work at 10, so I would just call my work and tell them that something has come up and I have got to be out of town for my wife.
Where do you work at?
Okay.
You want me to do that?
That's fine. I just don't want you to lose. I don't want you to get messed up. I'll be honest with you. You being honest with me, so I'll be honest with you. The Jameson Inn, they're upset with you because you didn't show up.
Oh, I know. I couldn't go on Easter because he told me
Okay.
that I was not
I'm
going.
just letting you know, we know that because we went to talk to you.
Yeah.
He told you you weren't going anywhere?
No, he told me that if I went to work on Sunday, that, I'll be sorry. That's all he said. He said, Sunday's our day and you're not going into work. He said, so you better call him. So that's what I did. I called him and told him,
Now you're gonna meet me tomorrow.
yes, I will be right here.
How about, is you got a laptop or
Laptop.
do you normally take it with you?
No, it stays right here at the house.
If you took it out of your house, would it be suspicious?
Yeah,
He's at work,
to be honest today, it's
but
just,
if he's at work, he wouldn't see.
he wouldn't know as long as I'm back before he gets off for work.
Okay. Can you bring that? I'm scrambling to get you downstairs to Hayward.
Okay.
As far as he knows, Hayward, you're pissed off because you had to sit in Hayward's office all the damn time.
Okay. All right.
But he did do you a favor, keep from being booked in and shut it down.
Okay.
Because city couldn't go out there because it's under jurisdiction.
Oh, okay.
That's why he came and got you.
Okay.
Because the city can't go.
Oh, they can't come out there where I live?
The city can't. Only us.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Only the sheriff's office.
Okay.
And that's why Hayward went and picked you up. And he did you a favor, keeping you in his office so that you wouldn't have to go to jail to give them a chance to pay the fine.
Oh, okay.
Make sense?
Yes, sir. Very much. But can I get a copy of the warrant so I have proof? Okay.
Matter of fact, you want that?
No, you keep that. I don't want to know.
Tomorrow.
I don't want to know.
Any questions?
No questions.
Hannah,
Okay, you'll be right here.
I'll be right here.
Okay.
What time? Time to come.
Yes, sir.
Don't get strong. Miss Angel, you gotta let them look at this little process.
Do you have one?
What is it, this stuff?
Thank you, sir.
Well, we're here to help one another. We don't want nothing like this to happen at the end of nobody.
No, nothing's gonna be said on street
Nope.
in the morning.
When I get down, I'm just gonna let you know the part of them, but I'm sorry, taking so long to get you out of town, but.
Okay, we're fine, Ren, don't worry about all that.
Thank you, ma'am.
so much.
Thank you.
I'll see y'all in the morning.
You be careful.
Yes, sir, I will.
On October 19th, 2022, Raymond Moody pleaded guilty to murder, kidnapping, and first-degree sexual misconduct. He was sentenced to life in prison on the murder charge and 30 years for each of the other charges to be served consecutively. He is currently serving his time at South Carolina McCormick Correctional Institution, where he will never see freedom again. In April of 2022, Angel took a proffer deal, which means that she is obligated to tell detectives the whole truth of what she knew about the disappearance and murder of Brittanee Drexel. Detectives say that she was not truthful about various things in this proffer agreement and could face up to 5 years in prison for lying to federal agents. Voss said that Brittanee Drexel willingly got into the vehicle with Ray Moody and herself. That was a lie. Voss also said that Brittanee had her phone with her when she last saw her. Also a lie. Angel actually took her phone with her and disposed of it. An investigation is still underway, and Angel Vause is out on a $10,000 unsecured bond. Agents say they are not worried about her going anywhere, and the investigation is ramping up. We will keep you posted. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.